Good morning. Welcome to day 73 on the PCT. It is 5:30 a.m. 1.96 miles so far. We are headed towards Forester Pass. We got about 3 miles. Pretty chilly morning. It started out cold, and the farther north we go, the farther up we go. The colder it gets, obviously. Slight breeze going, which doesn't help. We will hopefully be there in about 3 miles, maybe another hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. It's just all cold, so we still have probably another 1,500 feet to climb somewhere up there. Stay tuned. Apparently that is Forester Pass, and we're going to be going up all this now to get to the top. Not exactly sure where it goes. There's some people up there, but we got to make our way over to that. Here we are at the infamous Forester Pass chute, ice chute. Fortunately for us, being almost mid-June, there's not a lot of snow left. We've actually bare booted this whole thing. We haven't put our spikes on, we haven't used our axes at all. Yeah, I know. And here goes Java. Gonna go across. Watch other people's videos from earlier in the season, and no thank you. It would be extremely treacherous. She did it! Woohoo! Alright, me next. Okay, that's where we came from. We just did switchbacks. Well, we cut some because of the snow. And then we did the switchbacks all the way up that mountainside. So this last one, and then across the chute. And now, we have to finish it up. We got another, I don't know, 100 or 200 feet to go up. I believe we've made it. Highest point on the PCT. I got 123 on my watch at this point. We are now officially crossing from Sequoia into Kings Canyon National Park. There it is. Oh man, what a view. Glissading tracks over there, but that is a little much for our taste. It is really steep and really far down, and there's some now with the snow melting, there's some exposed rocks and stuff, and I don't need to take the chance on that, so we'll glissade some other time. So we got our microspikes on now, heading down the hill into Kings Canyon. All right, we just came down that, which a lot of people apparently have done, but it is not right. We're not really sure where the trail is. It's not marked, you can't tell anything. It might go along that top ridge and then come down there somewhere. That was just a treacherous and ridiculous descent down that face. So we are all but down now. You can see the trail right over there in the snow, and hopefully it gets more clear from here. Our next water crossing. Moving along pretty good. Not really sure. I might go up and try that log up there. Not exactly sure what's going on here, but we got to this area that all these trees are dead. I don't know if it was from massive snow last year, or perhaps an avalanche came down from up there. I don't know. Okay, this is the wrap up for day 73.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Okay.
Like 2 days.
Yeah,
73
it was on.
And 74.
Yeah. It's not, but that's what it feels like. Yeah, so we did a long day today, even though we only did 15 miles only. It was a long day. So we started out up at 3 a.m. and we were hiking by, I think, just before 4:30.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty darn cold.
It was cold.
Yeah. And colder than when we did Whitney.
Yes.
A couple of days before.
There was more wind as well.
There was more
today.
wind, yeah. Yeah. But we had 5 miles basically to the top of Forester Pass, which is the highest point on the PCT. And we did it. It took us 3 hours to get up there. But we did make it.
A lot of flat. We saw some lakes, frozen lakes.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
It was a beautiful hike. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, down
And then
low.
down
Right,
low.
yeah,
Mhm.
before we started the ascent, the real
Yes.
ascent. Yeah, there was lots of lakes down there. I don't even think I realized how many there were until we got up high
Right.
and saw them.
Yes.
But yeah, they were really pretty.
And we did see the sunrise, kind of, sort of, the
Mm-hmm.
lightning of the
Lighting
sky.
up the lighting up the sky, lighting up the surrounding mountains and things. The neat thing about those lakes, I think, were that they were partially frozen.
Yes.
And the blues, the colors in them were just gorgeous.
Yeah, you take pictures
So-
of them, but it's not going to do it justice.
Yeah,
you know?
it probably won't come out as well as we hope. So,
Right.
but anyway, yeah, I mean, we probably got lost down there a couple of times too. There was some snow.
There's more snow than I expected there to be,
Yeah, and just trying to
which was fine.
make
but
our way and find our well. First of all, it was dark for a little while.
yes,
But following boot tracks and trying to find the trail, and there were a lot of water running
there was a lot of water running. Yes.
down there as well. So
Yes.
that was that made it a little more
Is
difficult.
that the
as well.
trail? Is it not the trail? Where is the trail? So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting. And then we hit the switchbacks
Yes.
that lead up to Forester Pass. They were actually there were a lot of switchbacks, but really
Fortunately.
there was only snow on probably the bottom
Well,
few.
Yes, we did walk up boot tracks on one, kind of
Yeah.
shortchanged one of the switchbacks
Yeah,
and went up the snowpack instead.
right, because there was no way to really do the switchback at
Correct.
that point.
Yes.
But yeah, I think we probably only
We did that.
there was probably only 2 or 3 maybe that had snow on them.
Yes.
So it really wasn't so bad because then we got up. I mean, they were
And
steep.
we didn't wear spikes at all
No, yeah, we didn't.
on the ascent.
You're right. No
So,
spikes,
nope.
no axes, nothing.
It was nice and frozen and crunchy and yeah.
And
good
yeah,
traction.
the boot tracks were pretty good, and most of the switchbacks were dry.
Yeah.
And so that we could just walk up, yeah, it was a difficult climb, but we finally. I mean, I guess we could see the iconic ice chute all the way from the bottom.
Yeah.
We just didn't realize what we were looking at.
But it was
I
more
think,
of a
so.
rock slide for us than an ice chute because
Yeah.
a lot of the snow was
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. There was probably I don't know, foot and a half wide patch of dirt next to the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is bothering me. Next to the
The
next
lid
to
to
the
his canister.
yeah, next to the snow and the ice. So there was enough room for us to just walk, pretty much. And there was a little bit of snow on it, but it wasn't
Not
so
worrisome
bad.
at all.
Yeah.
No.
And then there were another switchback.
switchbacks?
Yeah, a couple more switchbacks. Very tight
To the
ones.
top. They were tight.
Yeah, but that it was pretty short then to get up to the top from there. And so the top of Forester Pass is the boundary between Sequoia National Park and Kings Canyon National Park. And we got over there. Oh my gosh, the view of into Kings Canyon was just amazing. I mean, you'll see that you have seen the video now, plus the video that from the rest of the day that in walking through Kings Canyon was
Yeah.
just. I mean, it was just gorgeous,
Yeah.
and we're looking at it right now from our campsite too. Just the mountainsides and everything were just beautiful. So, but we got up there. A couple more hikers joined us. You know, we came up soon behind
And
us.
then the sun got really hot. It's amazing how that sun just heats up.
One
So we
side to the other.
did some changing around.
Yeah.
We had rain pants on, but unfortunately we did not glissade.
It was really steep. Yeah, I don't think I would have wanted to glissade that. I mean, I didn't want to. You
The
would
thing
have?
is, though, you don't know where the boulders and things are. That's the only
Yeah,
problem.
right.
So,
But
anyway.
it was really steep, so
But we
I
did
was
put our spikes on to walk in the snow. Otherwise,
to go down.
yes,
Yep,
for traction because it was getting a little slushy.
right. But by the time we got to the bottom, all those extra layers came off because
Yes.
it was the sun was really hot.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I am glad though that I had the rain pants on for the messy part.
Yeah.
So we lost the trail. There is no trail. There's too many trails. I don't know
I don't know what
exactly what
happened.
the deal is.
Yeah.
But we saw a switchback and started down. And then it was like that one switchback became 5 switchbacks. And then that became,
A
it
hillside.
was a hot mess
Yeah.
of bouldering and loose dirt and scree and
Yeah, and
I'm sliding on my butt, and there's just dust is in the it was just
and
it
rocks
was,
and dirt are just falling down the hillside because
it
there's
reminded
nothing.
me it reminded me of Maine all over again. Like I had my poles and I just threw them down like
Yeah.
15 feet and just scrambled down the boulders. So it was a hot mess. And anyway, obviously everybody else is doing that, and I just don't know how.
There were 2 girls ahead of us that somehow found some way down there that was much better.
And they did
And they
glissade.
glissade. Yeah, they glissaded down and looked like they were having
and
a lot
they're
of fun.
yelling at us going, that's not the way. We're like, we know, but,
Yeah, but we're here now.
We're halfway down. We're not
Yeah.
coming back up.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, but then after that, we kind of got down into the valley, lost our way a couple of more times
Because of the snow.
Because of the snow, yeah, and just following boot tracks and got off trail a little bit, and that's fine to some extent. Try not to do that just because we don't want to impact the environment too much. That's off trail, but yeah,
a lot
when
of snow melt, a lot of water,
yeah.
a lot of saturated.
Yep, waterfalls,
Yes.
just running water everywhere. It was pretty. It was really pretty. Yeah. So, but from that point, then
It was downhill.
It was all downhill for
Like a nice gradual downhill.
Yeah, for like what, 5 miles,
Yeah,
something
it was
like
nice.
that.
It was lovely.
Yeah, it was really nice. Got down into the pine forest, and it was beautiful down there. And then we just had to. Well, so we finished up the section of the PCT that
You
we
had
were
creek
going.
crossing.
Hmm?
The creek
Oh,
crossing.
well, we had the creek crossing. Yes, yeah. So, if you see the video, I didn't take a video of us crossing the creek, but I did walk across the log.
Which was suspended
It was suspended.
over the falls, by the way.
There was a nice deep pool underneath.
Yeah.
And then there was a rock barrier there. So if
Yeah.
I had fallen in, I wouldn't have gone far at all.
So I took 2 steps on that log and said, absolutely not. I would rather have wet feet than a broken neck. And I found another way, and I got my leg, I was fine. I'm like,
And
it's
look,
fine.
Look,
Wet
no,
feet.
The neck is not
I know,
broken.
but I'm 53, and the balance is not what it should be. So anyway, live another day.
Yep. So myself and 2 younger hikers went across, 20-somethings, went across the log. But anyway,
And I said, nope.
yes, we did have that. So, but the hike down there was beautiful.
It was, yes.
And we were coming up here to the Kearsarge Pass Trail. So we did the PCT up to that. Now the last mile, maybe 2, was pretty much straight uphill.
Whew.
It was a rough climb.
It was a rough climb.
Yeah, and but we wanted to get up here onto this Kearsarge Pass Trail. This is our way out and into town tomorrow, so we wanted to get a little bit of that done. And we'll have maybe 6.5 miles of that to do tomorrow.
And we don't know what
So,
that looks like
right.
quite yet. So
Yeah.
we don't know how steep it is
Our
or
app
how
doesn't
long it's
give
going to
us
take us or anything
information.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We
so that's
wanna-
where we are. We got up to the top of that and then walked across here to this campsite.
It's a lovely campsite.
Yeah, it is lovely. Yeah.
So we're seeing some, I think, weekenders, sectioners
Mm-hmm.
coming in and out, and also PCT hikers who resupplied are coming back
Coming
from
back,
town.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the closest town is Independence. We're gonna work on getting to Bishop tomorrow.
Yep.
And we're gonna just do a Nero. So that's just we'll go in, get our chores done as fast as we can, spend the night there, and then come back out the next day. So it's a near zero day. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. So I think that is about it. Then that covers it, day 73. So I just wanted to then say hello to all of my Insight friends, those of you who are still there, those of you who have moved on, everyone who I have known through Insight. I'm happy to have worked with you for so long, and I hope you're all doing well, and hope that everything at Insight is continuing to go well. So hello everyone, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon. All right.
Tour.
I will give a quick tour of our campsite. It's just us with some beautiful views.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Okay, as you can see, all those mountains that we were kind of walking around today, that is our view from our campsite tonight. Just gorgeous mountains. I I had to stop myself from taking so many pictures, and there's more back here behind the trees. But, and a really, really big one right here next to us. We have there's a nice campsite here. There's space for others, but we are all alone tonight. Just kind of tucked away right over here behind the trees. I guess we're not entirely tucked away because the trail is right there. But that is not the PCT. That is the Kearsarge Pass Trail. That is us for tonight. Good night, everyone.